New at 10, Nevada's Attorney General announcing today that Nevada has reached another multi-million-dollar settlement with a major pharmacy chain for their role they've played in the opioid epidemic. It comes as the final action in a lawsuit filed by the state against drug companies and distributors 4 years ago. Kim Passoff joins us live outside the local Walgreens to break it down. Kim?
Yeah, Nevada AG Aaron Ford argues that our state has been one of the hardest hit by the opioid epidemic. He said Nevada has been, quote, devastated.
Since taking office in 2019, I have been clear that one of my main goals is to seek justice.
Drugs unjustly destroyed or ended the lives of millions, according to AG Ford, as the opioid epidemic has ravaged America and Nevada.
We've seen this epidemic devastate families and communities throughout our state.
In a news conference, the state's lead lawyer said those who have pushed the drugs are now being held accountable.
We have settled with the final defendant in our pending opioids lawsuit.
Walgreens will pay Nevada $285 million. That money will come in installments over the next 15 years. AG Ford said lawsuits against drug companies and drug distributors have resulted in $1.1 billion for Nevada. CVS paying $200 million, Walmart more than $32 million. $116 million will be going to local cities and counties, the first payment expected in December. And a Walgreens spokesperson said via email that they had no comment on the settlement agreement. As part of the settlement, pharmacies in Nevada will have to work together to come up with a red flag system on anyone who may be abusing the system. Reporting live tonight in Henderson, Kim Passoff, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
Kim, thank you. And in May, the Southern Nevada Health District warned of a new drug being abused in our state. Xylazine, also known as Tranq, is an animal tranquilizer being combined with fentanyl. It increasingly is being found in the country's illicit drug supply and linked to overdose deaths.